So this video is going to be about, I guess, blackness and how people perceive blackness. I guess this video is because of that video, well, not even a video, that picture that's going viral about those Arizona teens who spelled nigger on their shirt, and everybody's acting like they've never heard the word before, or they don't know that people still use that word. And I always assume that white people use that word. Like, that word, I guess, in public is disgraceful and it's not tolerated. But I always assume white people use it all the time in their household, especially when we come up as black people. Even when we're not in the room, we tend to come up. So I always assumed that. So I wasn't surprised at all. I didn't feel any type of way about it because, yeah, they're ignorant, and yeah, it was disrespectful for them to use it, but they still use it. It still went viral, and me huffing and puffing about it doesn't do anything to change it. They're going to apologize because, well, they are going to graduate and they want those college scholarships. They want to be liked. They don't want any more hate mail. They don't want any more people threatening their lives. So they're okay with it. There was one girl who was posting next to this black guy who I assume is her boyfriend, all hugged up with him. And I'm like, he knows. He knows. He's probably that token black person who allows her to say the N-word because, well, he's getting some play or they're dating. So he's like, well, he, ha ha ha. If she's not saying it to me, it doesn't matter. She's saying that to other black people, and I'm not like them. I'm different. I'm the special Negro. So I'm like, obviously, if she was comfortable enough to say this, spill it out with the rest of her friends, and have a black boyfriend, I assume it's her boyfriend or a black friend, and still think the word was okay, then she's used to it, and those girls are used to it too. I don't know why people are making a big flop about it. And I think Arizona is still one of those states who don't even recognize Martin Luther King Day. I know in the past they definitely wasn't trying to recognize it. I don't know if still today they don't, but I mean, what does that say about a state? So, and like I said, those girls were young girls. They're about to go off to college. These aren't people in their 60s and 70s. These aren't Grammy who broke her hip. It's not grandpa who was in World War II. No, these are young people, younger than me. I'm 23, so if they're going off to college, that means they're younger than me, and they use this word. So this whole post-racism, black president, even though he's biracial and always claims to be biracial, this whole unified, we are the world, things have changed, let's be diverse, let's get down with this world thing, is just another confirmation after many confirmations that this world is still the same, that white supremacy is still here, that racism is still here. So I have no idea why people are shocked, particularly black people. Black people know the deal. Black people know what it is. By the time we reach 18, we have at least had one racist experience. So I don't know why black people today are thinking, I have no idea. I'm like, Negro, please. We all know this. I just don't know why black people don't do anything to curb it or do anything to protect themselves and their children from experiencing racism. But to think that it has changed, to think that it's not as bad, I'm like, oh, because, back then, black people were lynched on trees. And now you can just gun them down and say, I was feared for my life, or throw them into prison and give them long sentences. Right. Things have really changed. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just so, these things happen so frequently. Like, my reaction isn't, oh my God, let's go into distress, let's get really upset. And my reaction is just like, another day, another racist event. I mean, nothing surprises me about society today. And then on that note, moving away from people in their fake outrage, I made a post that's going to be posted tomorrow, Friday. I wrote it today. I tend to write deeper thoughts on Thursday. Last Thursday, I wrote about my past and societal confines where you do things because society tells you to do it and you don't actually want to do it, but because you're part of society and you're trying to fit in, you do it anyways. This post was about Haiti and the turmoil in Haiti. And I shouldn't even say the turmoil in Haiti. It's more like turmoils after turmoils after turmoils in Haiti. So it's just consistent. Right now, the president is Martelly, and he was a singer turned into a politician. And to cut it all down, if you read my articles more detailed, but just to cut it down right now, is that the people don't like him. And the reason why the people don't like him is because he's corrupt. And this is nothing new. This, to be honest, Haiti has been plagued with corrupt politicians. If you don't know, there was a politician called Jean-Claude Duvalier. Basically, he was a self-proclaimed dictator and he ruled with an iron fist. That was the reason why a lot of Haitians fled Haiti to come into the US, to Canada, France, to evade his cruel dictatorship. A lot of people died. He basically took all of Haiti's money, squandered it, and then just like chucked the deuces and was out. When people weren't taking it anymore, they summoned the ancestors who fought during the Haitian Revolution to oust France and to become an independent nation. They called on those spirits and pushed out Duvalier, and he was just like, I guess my time's up and I'm just going to take the nation's wealth. And that's what he did. But even before that, I mean, just the establishment of Haiti is just a saga. It's just a saga in itself, with what happened with Jean-Jacques Dessalines and how he was murdered, and it was people who were close to him, and then the power scream and mulattoes versus the free blacks. It was a whole lot of drama, and it hasn't ended today. You have, like I said, with Martelly, he is a man who basically is a puppet. Like most nations, especially when it comes to Western powers, they're puppets. And it's been associated that he has taken money from the people, that even when you send money to, let's say, your family in Haiti, wire transfer, they tax that so he gets a cut. It's been confirmed that he has connections to drug smugglers, kidnappers, killers. He's building a multi-million house where the average everyday Haitian is still poor, still living on less than $2 a day. And don't get it misconstrued. Just because it's a poor nation, that does not mean it's cheap to live there. It's just as expensive to live there as it is here. You just don't have the money, nor do you have the government assistance programs that can help you out. And a lot of these people who are still experiencing the effects from the earthquake are not getting any type of benefits, any type of reparations, any type of aid. No, it's still as broke down as it was pre-earthquake and after earthquake. And most politicians who have been bought up, that includes the president, it's just kind of like, we're just going to work it out and see how it goes. And then you have, Hillary and Hillary Clinton, who was able to raise all that money, but she can name herself on Ellen, but she can't name herself to actually build and help these people. So you have a lot of people who are protesting, and the thing I always admire about Haiti is nothing else, is that they don't take too much shit. Haitians do not take too much shit. I'm talking about Haitians from Haiti. They will, in quick, fast, in a hurry, tell you exactly how they feel, and they will, quick, fast, in a hurry, burn some shit down. Whereas in the United States, we will protest and we'll have Twitter fingers. Out there, it will be hot and popping. Things will jump off. There will be a couple bullets thrown. There will be a couple of burned tires. Like, they do not care when they feel like they're being unjustly treated or they feel like there's some type of corruption. And like I said, Haiti has had a long history with corruption, and it's just like, and most people speculate, and I also speculate, it's because Western powers are still butthurt, as the term is coined, that Haiti had the audacity, had the gall, had the gumption to stand up to France, and not only stand up but win. And I think because of that, Western powers have done everything and anything they can do to corrupt and eradicate Haiti's success. Not only with the pushing out of France, but they had to pay reparations to France in the millions, and they also had an embargo put on them that basically means they can't trade with any nation that doesn't have an embargo against them. So basically they were stuck to themselves. And you know how commerce is, and you know that there is a trade, supply and demand. What people want what people have, business owners are the suppliers, the demand are the customers. If you have no demand, customers, worldwide demand, and you are the suppliers, well, you're shit out of luck. And how supply and demand works is the more supplies you have, the lower demand. The less supplies you have, the higher the demand. And when you are in a situation where you have high supplies, but you have low demand, well, those supplies are going to go bad. And let's just say it's vegetation. Let's say it's fruits and vegetables and whatnot. If no one is buying it, then you're kind of screwed. So that's what happened with Haiti, and that's what's going on right now. And I just feel like there is a time and place where people have to say no, and there needs to be some type of balls. People need to grow balls. People need to stand on what they believe in, and whether it's their lives or not, they're willing to die for what they believe in. They are ready to die for what they believe in. One thing I've always admired about the Muslim religion, Muslims in general, is that they have no problem dying for what they believe in. I've always respected that. Not saying I'm Islamic, not saying I want to be Islamic, not saying I have any type of preference for Christianity, Islam, Judaism. I think it's all the same. They all come from the same source. It's all Abrahamic religions, and I'm a heathen. So, with that being said, I've always respected and admired someone who doesn't just talk the talk, but they walk the walk. And if need be, they will die for what they believe in. People only respect you for what you're willing to die for and what you're willing to put money up. And I've always respected people who practice the Islamic faith, that they are willing to die for what they believe in.
Even if it's taking other people out and they never agree to it, even if it's taking out kids, which I'm like, we don't have that authority, shit ever, but
that's neither here nor there. There needs to be a time and place where people have to stand for something, where people need to be like, it doesn't matter the money, it doesn't matter the prestige, it doesn't matter the access, my morals, my beliefs, my character says I don't do that, I won't do that, that's not me. Everybody looks at Malcolm X and like, oh yeah, Malcolm X, such a transformation, I could be Malcolm X. I'm like, no, you couldn't. Malcolm X had to dodge a lot of things. I'm pretty sure Malcolm X had a lot of temptations, and because he was true to who he was and he changed, and he didn't change for the facade, he didn't change for the image, that he really wanted to do it because that was in him, he changed. Most people ain't changing. I know so many Christians who talk that talk, but they still be clubbing. They still aren't married, but have again kids. They still aren't married, but have again kids. They smoke weed here and there. I'm like, but you swear you were going to be a Malcolm X. Everything that your religion says no and speaks low of, you do it on the sometimes. But then again, I can't judge you, so what am I talking about? So, back to the original topic. I don't know what the future has for Haiti, but the Haitian people not only need to protest and go against the powers that be and the hordes to the powers that be, but the people who are put in place need to be uncorrupted. They need to be right and righteous within what they're doing. It's not for the prestige. It should never be for the prestige. It should never be for the glory. It should never be for the accolades. It should be because you have good character, you have good intentions, you're here for the people. And if you're not here to serve the people, then you need to take your ego elsewhere. And I feel like not only just with politics, even take it back to religion again. People don't do it because they are selfless. They're doing it because it's an ego trip. That's why you have so many sects, and I said sects like a gang in religion. You have the Jehovah's Witness, the Baptists, the Mormons, the Catholics, the Protestants, the so on and so forth, and they swear they're all better than the other one, but they practice the same religion. A couple chapters here, a couple of chapters taken out, put in, remixed, whatever. They practice the same thing, but there's so much ego in it. It's not selfless. It's not to treat one another with respect. It's not here to uplift one another. It's really, I'm this set, this is what I claim, and I'm better than you, and I'll even try to take you well for it. And most people are like that, and I'm not only talking about religion, and not only talking about Haiti, and not only talking about politics. People need to have character. People need to have character.
People need to have character.
You need to walk in your talk. You need to mean what you say. And a lot of people don't mean what they say. At least in front of the camera and behind the camera, they're the same people. So I guess I could go forever with this, but I'm gonna cut it here. Please check out that blog. It will be posted on Friday. I release all my blogs on midnight, like, you know, Beyonce did with her album, but I release them and schedule them every day at midnight, so check that out. Check out all the other blogs. Tell me what you think. If you're Haitian, what do you think about the politics? What's going on with Haiti? How do you envision Haiti? Because Haiti needs a lot of help. I've always believed that ever since Haitians won their independence, it's just been a standstill. Like, there was no concise plan throwing France over. There was no like, okay, then plan B, and then part C, and then we're gonna do this. It was just like, okay, now we're free, we can do what we want. But with freedom, there's responsibility. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. And I believe that, like, you can't just be free and not do anything. Even when it comes to, let's say, Aboriginal societies, there's structure. You're just not here just to do whatever the hell you want to do and just live like that. That's unstructured. That's crazy. That's chaos. There's always structure, and I feel like after the Haitian Revolution, there was no real structure. It was like trying to piece everything together afterwards. Then there was internal conflicts. People, the sling got murdered, and it was like there was no thought out plan. And it's just been continuing with a non-thought out plan, and it's centuries later, and people are affected by this. You have extreme poverty. Haiti has been known for a poor nation, but it's extreme. You have more children than there are adults, and a lot of these children are just left to their own because their parents can't take care of them. Their parents can't feed them. So a lot of these kids are looking after each other in the streets. Some of them are abused. Some of them are sexually abused. There's just a lot of issues within what's going on with Haiti. And this band-aid of it's going to be okay, or just put God in it, is not going to fix it. Like, I think Haitians all over, whether you're in Haiti, the US, Canada, France, wherever, old, young generation, and specifically the young generation, because we're going to inherit all of this dysfunction, needs to come in, and we need to form structure. We need to form order. We need to go back, I believe, go back to 1804 and rush all the way back to current times, 2016, so we can fix the situation. Because I feel like 1804 was a standstill, and people were just kind of like, we're just going to swing it. And you don't just swing it. You don't swing your freedom. You don't swing your destiny. You don't swing your future. You have to mold it. There has to be a plan. And I don't think there was ever any plan. I don't think there was ever any plan. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure I have nothing else to say. But with that being said, please leave your comments below, especially if you're Haitian. Can you relate? What do you think Black people in general need to do? What do you think that Haitians need to do? What are the problems? What are some of the solutions? Please leave your comments below. If you're not Haitian, but you know someone who's Haitian, push out this video. Hopefully this can help them or enlighten them. And that's the end of my video. Comment, rate, subscribe. Be blessed. And I'm out.